Hello and welcome back to RoboCop. These bikers are about to have a bad time.
I mean, doesn't everyone who goes up against RoboCop eventually?
I mean, that guy most definitely did.
Yeah, I'll say. Oh, I forgot we had the LMG too.
The heavy machine gun.
Or yeah, sorry. There is a difference. I suppose I'm just not super familiar with that.
I have to say I'm not entirely sure what that sort of light flash is when we shoot these guys. I think it might be a DLSS glitch.
Could be?
I don't remember that happening in the console versions. Both of which I own. Because I am... Last year I wanted a physical copy of this, so I got the PS5 version, and then I just grabbed the Xbox version later on sale because I figured why not.
Clearly, I think that means you gotta do a DM retro and compare all the versions.
I mean, there's not a whole lot to really say about that. But this guy is a big jerk. He doesn't just fire grenades, he spams them.
I mean, that's a pretty good tactic. If you have the resources for it. I assume he has all of the resources.
That basically took off all of our health there. I thought I was far enough from the grenades, but apparently I wasn't, so that was fun. This is me looking for healing items, which there don't seem to be any, so that's good.
Well, this is why you took I think it was a defense upgrade last time?
Yeah, that is quite helpful actually. Just taking a look at the map here to kinda check where all the OCP chests are, or the containers, or whatever they're called. Nothing else here, so we will press forward. There's a fuse box which we could use for healing if we had 2 points in vitality, which of course we still don't.
That's okay, we'll just press on before our wounds can heal.
Yeah, that OCP chest that is closest to us on the map, we can't actually get to that. We have to go around. But before we worry about that, let's go up this ladder. Because there was something back where the grenade launcher was.
A radio?
I mean, there's like a loudspeaker on the wall.
Oh, yeah, I think I see it.
And that is an OCP chest we can actually access, so let's get that. Also, we'll just borrow this, I think.
I don't see why not.
Right, so over here, we got this chain link fence and a locked door. We can see something behind it. Yeah, that is where the chest is. We will have to come back for it later. And we have some more special jerks.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so this guy calls reinforcements and then runs off like a coward. I tried to snipe him with the grenade, but he was already long gone from that position, so...
That's unfortunate.
We will have to chase him down. We also have another one of these idiots. Him I do manage to snipe, so that's good.
He can dish it, but he certainly can't take it.
We are currently surrounded by a lot of strong men.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, didn't go well for those guys. But yeah, we should probably chase down the radio guy. I already forgot what he's officially called. But that takes care of him. And you go over there.
I think radio guy is close enough.
Yeah, the radio will still stay active, so you can kind of hear the guy on the other end going, "Hey, do you copy?" or whatever. Which I think is a nice touch.
So can you listen for the radio guy, like, to try to pinpoint him, or?
I mean, there is like an icon over him. It's got like the signal icon, and then on the right side of the screen you get the meter, which when that fills, the reinforcements show up.
Okay, that works too.
In this case, it would be a bunch of bikers. Well, I mean, they're all bikers, but like on actual bikes. It's not too big of a deal, but we already do have a lot of enemies here to begin with, so...
Yeah, the less we have to deal with, the better.
Yeah, you might want to avoid summoning more. Or having more summoned. At this point, our Auto 9 is not quite, like, super overpowered yet, so we do still make use of the micro SMG.
That's okay. Well, we can upgrade it now. We'll get there.
Oh, we sure will. What was that? Not sure about the tactics there employed by that guy, but oh well. Now before we go to the warehouse office, there's still some more stuff we can take a look at. This is a huge area, of course, so there's gonna be a lot of nooks and crannies we can explore. There's gonna be evidence, there's gonna be all kinds of stuff.
Okay, okay.
Also these guys. Micro SMG not necessarily the best weapon for sniping. But that worked out.
I'm sure we can augment RoboCop's aim systems to make it a fantastic sniping tool.
And we get a skill point from the OCP training disc. Also, I'm trying to look for his gun, because it's a new gun. We have the heavy pistol, which is of course a Desert Eagle. It's really powerful, but... well, obviously it only fires one shot at a time, and I kinda prefer something with burst or auto fire.
Right, right.
Gotta get some more armor here with that skill point, because, well, you saw we got kinda shut up there by those bikers, so every little bit helps. We'll go down there later. I just want to take down those guys so they don't bother us. I mean, the enemies are not gonna really chase you or anything like that, so if you have, like, those guys waiting there, they're not gonna go looking for you or anything like that.
Okay, okay.
There's just so much stuff here. And a note, so let's see what that is. Well, it's obviously a newspaper. An article about Mayor Cusack, who was the mayor in RoboCop 2. He's corrupt and incompetent, but that is still better than having the city completely run by OCP, so yeah.
That's grim.
I mean, you do realize what franchise this is?
Yeah, I know.
I don't think there's anything in our immediate vicinity that we need to get. Except maybe this healing item. So I think we can now head to the office. That's just the sledgehammer, never mind. Now this place might look familiar.
It kind of does, but I can't quite place it.
You will very soon.
Are we, like, having an episode? Is this a flashback, sorta?
I mean, we are having an episode because this is a familiar location. Yeah, so this is where Murphy died.
Actually, yeah, that checks out. This is like those guys' hideout from the first movie.
Yep. There's even the TV with the bullet holes.
Yeah, I remember this now.
So over here we have a PCB. And of course the quest stuff here as well. I don't remember... What was this PCB actually? Oh yeah, this was 3.1. Yeah, this is a pretty good one, yeah, so... We are going to be using that. It doesn't have any interesting... or... The abilities on it are not as good, but it does give us a nice boost to armor piercing and a bit of damage boost as well.
Okay, okay.
We have the single shot mode for heavy damage, as well as the... I forgot what the one in the middle is called, but that goes massive damage. But... massive damage. Okay, well, that makes sense. But we get no critical hits. So no more head explosions or dick shots. So who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Also, we get a minus 10% penalty for getting that, so not worth it. I'm gonna show it off anyway, but yeah, it's not ideal.
Yeah, we might as well see it, but yeah, I'm with you on like the whole.
The spelling on these is also a little bit sketchy at times. We got Oklahoma apparently, so that's good.
I knocked his fucking tooth out.
Well, cop, now we know you won't be leaving here in one piece.
You won't either.
Hey, you're spoiling my mood again. I don't like it when cops wander around. Cops mean trouble, and trouble upsets me. So really, this is your fault.
Do whatever you want. But soon the cops will...
No cop of any kind is going to show up here anymore. The police officially won't be responding to any calls from this area.
Does this mean we have a deal?
As long as you can work quietly.
We're vultures. You need carrion. We're up to the job, no worries.
Okay, I don't mean to laugh, but I dig the dude's vest patch.
Would you like to join us?
A fine offer, sealing our contract in blood, but I prefer cleaner games. How about instead we do some hunting?
Could add a bit of cheer, spice things up a bit. And I know just the right place for it. How does it feel, knowing we're gonna take you to the quarry and shoot your ass to pieces. And the police ain't gonna do shit about it.
I bet it really pisses him off.
Your readings are off the charts. What happened?
I found a tape of Briggs being tortured. Their boss Spike was in on it, together with Wendell Antonowski.
Did you say he was tortured?
Yes, surrounded, with no way out and no backup.
That sounds so messed up.
They used him as prey. They mentioned a quarry.
Did you say quarry? Okay, let me have a look. Yeah, I see it. It's just north of your position.
On my way.
RoboCop, I really hope you find him.
Yeah, Murphy's really... He really has to be having some extremely unfortunate memories at this point.
Yeah?
Also, I was testing some stuff and forgot to put the camera shake reduction back on, so let's just do that so we are not shaking quite as much. Also, yeah, some people have mentioned that Wendell kind of looks like Hans Gruber from Die Hard, and yeah, I guess he kind of does. He does have an Alan Rickman look to him, I guess.
Hmm.
Also, of course, if somebody doesn't quite remember all of RoboCop lore off the top of their head, he's supposed to be the brother of Emil Antonovsky, who is the guy who got turned into the Incredible Melting Man in the film.
Yep, we definitely went over that, like, not too long after he was introduced.
And so, originally he was mad about his brother's death, but then he realized just how hilarious it was, so then he just got over it, I guess. Right, so you may notice that we now have... Now, even though we switched boards for the Auto 9, we still have the full auto enabled, even though the current board doesn't have it. That is a glitch they introduced in the update that came out the same day as I recorded this. That was in January.
Oh.
So, with that, we can kinda make our guns super overpowered super early.
That's kind of funny. Have they fixed that yet, or?
No, they haven't.
Okay.
Of course, here I didn't actually notice until later. At some point I started thinking, something is a little bit off. I shouldn't be this OP at this point. But yeah, not yet. But I do eventually switch it so that if we don't have the full auto, well, then I'm just gonna disable it. Because if you press the D-pad up, you can switch between burst fire and full auto.
Right. I was also about to ask, were you using that motorcycle as a shield earlier, like a little bit ago?
Yeah, you can use these bigger objects as shields, although the bikes will explode eventually, so they are not very efficient shields in the long term.
Right, but for a couple seconds, not too bad, I guess.
Yeah, plus you can throw them at people, so that's fun. If you hold the aim button or the right trigger, left trigger in this case, yeah, you can actually fine aim all the throwables, so I will be making use of that later on. So I can actually hit something with the bikes and other heavy objects.
Okay.
Now this area here is completely optional. But you do want to come here because there is some side objective stuff back here. Just gotta get rid of these idiots first. Yeah, not really liking the Desert Eagle because it kinda... Well, it kinda requires you to hit things. Which for me is not always the... Well, I don't always quite manage it, so... So I just prefer to use my Auto 9. Also here's a new assault rifle, the KH-21, I think that's it. Also got some pretty sturdy closed gates here. Which look like just background flavor, but those are actually something we can open.
Oh, really?
Again, all of this is completely optional, but there is stuff here, so we want to come here. Well, not necessarily there. Also, we can see there's a path here, but we can only open that from the other side, so off we go. A lot of the stuff here is just the usual crime evidence, but there are also a couple of OCP containers here, so we do want those. Because finding all of those is also an objective. Or a side objective anyway.
Right, right.
And we get a good XP boost from that, so... well worth grabbing those. I don't remember how many exactly there are in this map, but there's probably 10 or more. Right, so that takes care of the containers in these tunnels, so... now we just complete the circuit here, so to speak.
You guys are boring. Could you at least give me some nuke?
That's what's wrong with this town. Your drugs are making people wacko.
Ah, you're the one to talk. I know you stole supply from us. Come on, sharing is caring.
Hello there, boys.
Wow, did I just do it with my mind? Does it mean I can make RoboCop do anything for me?
Try it, creep.
Blink! You did blink, didn't you?
Enough playing around. I will return to complete the arresting procedure. Stay here. Do not move.
You're kidding! Why would I move? This chair is super comfy. Just tell my parents I won't be home for dinner.
Okay, have fun, I guess.
Whatever works for you, buddy.
Well, he's keeping a positive attitude, which I think is admirable. Yeah, so it doesn't seem like there's anything else here, so... just open this door and we are back at the start. Now, when I played through this on the PS5, when I exited from this door here, I somehow warped back to the warehouse office, which was a bit of a trip, to say the least.
Yeah, that seems wrong.
Yeah, some kind of weird glitch with the sort of zone transfer, I guess, or transition, but yeah. Didn't happen this time, didn't happen on the Xbox either, and frankly I'm not entirely sure if it happened on the PS5 either, because it sounds so weird that I keep thinking I just completely imagined it.
Literally, you gotta like hit the loading zone at a specific frame, and you can just warp to the credits.
Yeah, that whole area back there is, again, completely optional and kinda easy to miss as well. If you just kinda follow the critical path, which is over here. So you do wanna keep an eye on the map. Which I should also be doing because there is a chest right around here. It's not in here. The map here isn't particularly helpful. There's like a tiny alcove on the outside, so we will make our way there. There it is. Right, and now we can actually start following the critical path again, I think. Yep, all the other boxes are on that side. Including that one, which was of course behind the fence.
That we still cannot get at this time?
Yeah, we have to open the big sturdy gates.
Gotcha.
So now then, let's just head on over to the next part of the level. Well done, guys.
Bravo.
That's the quarry. I hope you find Briggs.
I will not stop until I do.
Oh, so you think you're a tough guy, huh? If you really think you got the guts, come on. You'll know of our place in the Northwest. It's the hub of our smuggling operations. And I'm telling you now, there's plenty. And let's not forget the other one in the north. It's filled with them crazy drugs we skimmed off those stupid punks. Now tell me, that's not something that would interest you?
He's clearly prepared an ambush for you. That's why you won't try to go there, right? Right?
Who do you think I am?
Poor Ulysses.
Yeah, he is having a bad day.
Like, he just wants to serve his community, but then he gets, given basically an impossible assignment.
Yeah, and he has to do all of Becker's nonsense, so yeah, not going well for him at the moment. But maybe we will get to help him out eventually.
I sure hope so. Kid's got his heart at the right place, I think.
Oh, shit!
Okay.
Yeah, so from here on out, the level will just have a sarcastic amount of mines everywhere.
I'm a little disappointed that dude's leg didn't trigger another mine.
That would have been pretty good.
Just really belabor the point that, yeah, there's a fucking minefield now.
Yeah, so obviously we can kind of highlight the mines with RoboVision, but it's not always the most helpful because some of these are pretty well hidden. There's one. Now if we pop the shield and just walk into them, it's not gonna hurt that much, but I just don't like losing health in general, so...
I mean, yeah, if you don't have to, why bother?
Damn it.
Might as well just use up one of your infinite auto 9 bullets, rather than your finite health.
Indeed.
I mean, I guess if we could throw a dude onto them too, that'd work too. Why would you put landmines on top of a crate?
I'm sure they have a master plan, which we are not privy to. They seem like real intellectuals, you know?
Well, I mean, these are the guys who aren't on Nuke, right?
Yeah, these guys are straight edge. Or at least they're supposed to be. I'm sure like some of them are gonna hide away and sneak in a few shots of Nuke or whatever. I don't believe that literally all of these bikers are gonna be straight edge. That's just not gonna work. It doesn't work that way, I don't think.
Yeah, I find that hard to believe. But you know, not being Nuke addicts is, or you know, Nuke addict is not their defining personality trait.
Also, here is a train engine, but we are too stupid to actually operate it.
So that would, what, break through that door there?
Yeah, that's what we are going to do. But we either need 3 points in engineering, or we have to find the manual. And I'm gonna go find the manual.
You sure are, buddy.
So let's just take a little break and listen to some radio.
Mommy, what happens after you die?
It's simple, honey. You go up.
Up to heaven?
No, up to space with AstroCorp. After you die, AstroCorp will cremate your body, put it in a capsule and onto a rocket ship. Then your remains will be scattered in the vast nothingness of space, floating forever.
So even I can become an astronaut? I can't wait!
That's right. AstroCorp. Secure your place today. Now with a family plan.
Yay!
Several CEOs are furiously taking notes.
What is this vulture with an afro?
Yeah, not sure about that. But here we have a whole bunch of crime evidence if we need it.
Surely we have met our quota for the mission by now.
I think we have.
We were only a couple hundred off last I saw. So
yeah, I haven't really been keeping track because that stuff is everywhere. So as long as it gets done, it's fine. Now down here, this might not be the best approach actually, because there's a heavy machine gun right here, or at this doorway. We could have gone round and taken those other stairs and flanked them, but this works too, I suppose.
Yeah, and you got to destroy a dude's kneecap with a barrel.
It's the little joys in life, I guess. Also like these shadows in here.
Yeah, we've definitely talked about how the lighting in this game is really good.
It sure is. Okay, I think we found the train manual actually there, so we'll go back to operate that in a moment, but first we do have to check out this stash.
You're here! I knew you wouldn't miss it for the world. Just go through the door. They're ready when you are.
Just make sure to stay vigilant. This is clearly a trap.
Thanks. I mean, yeah, this is a pretty tough room actually. Even when you are prepared, because there's a lot of guys with really big guns.
Yeah, I'll say.
The whole steel mill map is kind of a pretty big difficulty spike, I think. After the fairly harmless torch heads in the first couple of couple of things we've been doing.
Like, it's a really cool and I think really nicely designed set piece, but oh boy, they really are like kitty gloves off with this.
Yeah, and that is why you do want some points in your combat skills. On my first playthrough, I still didn't have that many at this point. I think I had like 2 at most. Good job, idiot. I think we now have like 3 or 4 points. We're about to see. Yeah, we're 4. So let's put another one there. I do want to get it to level 6 so we can get the damage reduction for the sort of heavy weapons and explosions. Because both seem to be in abundance around here.
Da-da-da-da. RoboCop has leveled up.
He sure has. Right, so now we just need to get to the stash, because after we get past this part, the rest of this area is not gonna be that hard. But this, of course, there's like this whole gauntlet with the heavy machine gun and the grenade launcher and all that stuff, so it can go south pretty easily if you're not prepared.
Metal fuck's coming. I have a feeling this night's not over.
You don't say, guys. Well, they do also have, I think they actually have a couple of heavy machine guns here. But I still don't think this is quite as tough as the previous part. Oops.
How did you miss that guy?
I'm not sure. It twitched. Yeah, we actually got 2 heavy machine guns back here, which is not ideal. And also, hello, what's this? We're actually not gonna need this just yet, but we do need this. This is one of the best PCBs in the game we just grabbed here, but I'll talk more about it once we destroy the stash here. And that will do that. Because I should be changing to the new PCB right about now, because, again, it's just really good.
Right.
Right, so let's see what we got. Eventually. So yeah, the 3.3 board. What we want is the one on the top left.
And what does that do for us?
Automatic ammo feeder.
Oh.
No more reloading, ever.
Oh, hell yeah.
We also have more gore and we get split bullets, so they hit more people. That's good.
My. Yeah, this board sounds awesome.
And you do remember the glitch I mentioned? Yep. We now have, well, we don't have it just yet, but once we leave this zone, we will have both no reloads and full auto.
All right.
Cherish the good times while they last. You won't be so lucky with the next one.
Yeah, you see the icon, then they're just turned into the full auto one.
Are you there?
I am.
Oh, thank God. How was it? Was that a risk worth taking?
Yes, it was. So yeah, right now we are super OP. I don't think we're gonna shoot anyone else in this video, so we will have to wait to see the effects next time, but I promise it'll be worth it.
Oh yeah, I didn't realize we're coming up on the end here. Man, that thing's going far.
Yeah, my first playthrough I also missed this because I guess I saw the 3 points in engineering requirement, and then I just kinda thought, oh, I can't do this.
It's good that they had the it's good that they had the fallback plan for this.
I'm sure I found the manual that time, but I guess I might have just forgotten to come back here. I don't know. Anyway, there's something else here. Because this is a shortcut to the early part of the level.
Ooh.
So let's just grab the evidence that we missed here earlier. I don't think we came to this particular room earlier, because there wasn't anything relevant in here at the time. But yeah, of course we are not done here, because there is the OCP chest we have to open. And to do that, we gotta do some climbing. I'm glad this ramp is just here. And that gives us an achievement as well. And a PCB, but this one is not very good, so I'm gonna show it off briefly here, but I'm not gonna start putting any chips into it or anything like that, because there's no real point at this point.
You'd think they would have made the really cool one the secret, but I guess not.
I mean, it's not bad, but this is just better.
Yeah.
So anyway, next time we will be racing hell, I guess, and showing all the street vultures what our extremely overpowered Order 9 can do.